riding shotgun. Watch out for the narcs, cause my dog just caught a hot one. Put your ass in park, you don't hesitate to hop out. Top down, titties out. We gon' bring the booty out.
Yes, sir. Yes, there we go. Yes,
There
sir,
we go.
ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, oh, let me turn this off. I was over here grooving. Y'all know we've been in the West Coast state of mind for about 72. 96 hours, bruh.
Maybe they're not like us.
Oh, man. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the pregame episode 157 of the SplashCast. I am your co-host, Reggie.
I'm your co-host, Norwood. How we doing today?
Man, you know, we talk about, you're over here, so I be trying to look at the camera, but I'm going to make the camera, that's going to break break the third wall and look at so I got to look at you.
Fourth wall, yeah.
Fourth wall. So, with this, this Kendrick Lamar, everything going on, this song has the potential, and we'll get to sports, and we won't Kendrick y'all out. Y'all can go, while y'all here, make sure y'all follow, like, and subscribe, Dive Team Media Network. There has been a new show premiere called The Patio, hosted by me, guest host by many members of the Dive Team. Our first episode was Norwood, Mr. Hampton Hip Hop himself, Mike Wortham, and the Renaissance Man, aka Chef Future, aka Kev. From
Big Kev.
We all talked about the Kendrick Lamar pop-out show on Juneteenth. For the patio, it is actually going to be more about interviews and just trending topics, news, political. I'll have other people that are experts or just really, really well versed in the field, whatever it is. So we'll talk about music. We'll talk about sports. Will stay here at the SplashCast for the most part. We'll talk about HBCU culture news because I got something to say about FAMU, and we'll talk about politics. We got my buddy LOA.
Yeah. You don't expect that man to keep volunteering, right? That's an internship, not a job.
Hey, no, I ain't know that. Ain't no internship where you can fire everybody. What intern can dismiss the whole team?
How you gonna fire somebody and you ain't got your first chance?
Ask the team. Ain't no team. He dismissed the whole team when he got there with nothing.
HBCU, ladies and gentlemen, you stick around. It will get what we call interesting.
Yeah, but back to Not Like Us. So if it wasn't for it being a diss and like talking about being a pedo, like you really could take that and make it like a I'm So Hood. My phone's gonna just hit another warning track. You could really make that a like I'm So Hood. Like every coast, every region could really make their own version of
Not
that
the
song.
six. Not the six.
For the six, well, they couldn't make I'm So Hood either. But my point is,
Quick Scope Davis back, ladies and gentlemen. It is getting closer and closer to college football season, and Reggie is finding the Bucks back again.
Yeah. So, but it would be really, really great for like Houston to make a They Not Like Us, but now they can't do that because Drake lived down there. Ironic. I just realized he changed the lyrics and said we can be on a 2-hour time difference after it broke that he brought the ranch in Texas. I was like, that's crazy. But I really would like Atlanta to do it. Not I'm So Hood. They Not Like Us. Florida, Houston, Chicago. Kendrick was born in Chicago. Like Chicago, like that's really all I got. New York, I guess.
New York never participated.
A drill.
And the people who needed the most. They needed the most. And who would be on the New York Not Like Us?
Drill music, Ice Spice. 5-year foreign.
I mean, you're right. But do you want to hear that? That's not like us in a way that it's not something that anybody is trying to
not
replicate.
Like us, I want to hear.
You are not like us, and we are the us this time.
Yeah.
You're right. You're nothing like us. Never will be.
Never will be. Y'all can keep that. All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is when it comes to the pregame. First off, I told you like, follow, subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads.
Hit that bell. Hit that
Hit
bell.
the bell. Threads, all of that stuff.
Everywhere.
We have a bunch of stuff. We are connected now. As you can see, our content has kicked up. And we have some special stuff coming in July. Hopefully.
We are not connected like in the sense of gang members because it's been a whole lot of gang shit lately, and we don't want to get mixed up in that. We too upstanding young gentlemen.
That ain't like us. But what I mean is, you guys make sure y'all stay connected. We're now up to 2 shows, working on a 3rd, possibly a 4th. So I can't wait for that. I can't wait for y'all to experience everything we're working on. With that being said, what it is, y'all know what it is. Let's get into it. With the pregame. Hey,
call back,
a double call back. Y'all remember when we talked about the Finnish hobby horses? The hobby horse in Finland, and it was like 500 to 1,000 people that enjoyed this? Well, apparently NPR followed back up with this on June 15th, 2024, in whatever that place is, Finland. I can't pronounce it, and I don't know how to pronounce a Finnish accent. So I'm not even going to try. But in Finland, they had the 11th annual Hobby Horse Championships. They said the niche sport is growing in popularity in the western Finnish town. It's attended by 2,000 people from 21 different countries. There are 400 members of the Finnish Hobby Horse Association, which says there are about 10,000 enthusiasts across the world that are trying to come to the 12th annual Hobby Horse Championships next year.
In Sienjoki, Finland. Me and Reggie will be there next year. I also vote that we name this Strupen horse. I don't know why. It just sounds like the right name for it. And it would be terrible to see somebody blow out a Achilles on the Strupen horse. And she had like the whole gray onesie on. Is that for the aerodynamics or is it moisture wicking? It's so many different things here. And 80,000 likes.
That's a hell of a word to be, where that talking about the bodysuit and moisture and all that stuff.
Hey man, she looks like a supreme athlete doing her absolute best. High knees. Yeah, I guess. This is a real
thing, y'all. Y'all see the video? For the people that's on the audio experience,
when y'all see me, we gotta buy hobby horses.
I'm gonna have one. Listen, we redoing the set in July over here. I'm gonna get me a Finnish hobby horse. Y'all tag NPR and the Finnish Hobby Horse Association. We want one named for the SplashCast with the Dive Team Media goggles on it. We will have it there. I promise.
See, I started out with the broke boy hobby horses and then moved right into the ultra premiums.
Oh yeah, with the
ultra premiums.
What is this, velvet?
Yeah, ultra premiums is not cheap.
They're like 5,000.
Ultra realistic is quite realistic stick horse. Why does stick horse got a freaky bridle? No, that's too freaky for me. That is too freaky for me.
Spencer's version?
Yeah, I imagine spending $300 on one of these.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
And these all got the Milli Vanilli dreadlocks.
Not the Milli Vanillis.
Yeah. Girl, I love you so. Yo, what's that, Robin Fab? Yeah, yes. These horses should not have locks. And who is spending $300? Visit the handmade store. I handmade store my ass. If I spend $300 for a hobby horse, I deserve to be slapped.
Well, while this loads, I'll let y'all know we're gonna move on. Ryan Garcia has been suspended. Is that the right word? Suspended? Yeah, suspended. He's been suspended for a year. He has to give back his $1 million purse. And he's had an interesting, what is this? This has only been like 30 days. It's only been like a month. And all of this has happened.
Drugs. Everything about what Ryan Garcia is currently doing says, I'm doing a ton of drugs.
And
this is fueled
green
by
drugs.
drugs.
Fueled by cocaine.
Nope. These drugs you will never smell. And by the time, if you smelled it, you've joined me on the roller coaster.
So Ryan Garcia, since then,
By Devin Haney, understandably.
there it is.
You wasted all of his time.
Devin and his dad has been going crazy. Speaking of the powder, you saw that Instagram video of Haney's dad in the
that boy's B2K bump.
he pressed record too fast. So and why? Okay, let's talk about it. We here now. We on drugs. So we are not.
Clarify, line of demarcation. We are, ladies and gentlemen, for the audio experience. We're talking about people who may or may not. We're gonna sprinkle the allegedly so that nobody prosecutes us later for this. But and you immediately hear the police in the background. See, they be listening. The feds is everywhere.
Well, we'll call it oregano then. He had or some sugar. You know how you always catch somebody that's sniffing some sugar or some baby powder. You always catch them like coming up from taking the bump, like that's how he started the video. Like his video, he was like, oh yeah. So yeah, Ryan Garcia. I was like, wait, you gonna act like Cat Williams? You know we can see you. Like we saw you. Like he started the video up like.
That boy had that J Bull.
I was like, oh no.
Hey, we can see you and we can see J Bull, bro. And
now that explains all his videos. If y'all know about Devin Haney's father, go look at his videos. He has like the echo in the background when he's talking, like the suspenseful music playing when he's addressing Ryan Garcia or somebody else. Like he's a character now, but his son.
You better leave Ryan Garcia alone. You might be suspended and sued, but them fists was strong.
Devin Haney plans to take further legal action against Ryan Garcia because he got caught doping multiple times in multiple tests after the fight, and he says it was basically a fixed fight. He was juiced up. He was fighting a steroided beast. So I understand it. You kind of have to do it, but you got popped now.
Legalize steroids.
You just want to take it back to medieval
times?
Yeah. You want the mountain to show up and just beat people up?
We already on the UFC. Let them do all the. Witherspoon used to have a bit about this. Let them do all the PEDs. Let them be stronger and faster than ever before. I wanted to. You might as well let. I bet you UFC will go through the roof then because it'll look like Mortal Kombat. You pay to watch
fatality.
Exactly. Do that.
But yeah, so
rip a spine out, bite a face.
Haney's gonna sue him. So since then, Ryan Garcia has been on. Now this is the drugs heater part. I ain't gonna say it's drugs. This takes a lot of guts. He actually tried stand-up comedy and started his own and went up there for the first time it's called the Happy Punch. And I think that's in wherever they were, because it's in the same city they were playing poker with.
Vegas has something.
So he's in Vegas, and he tried stand-up comedy and started shadow boxing when he forgot his jokes. Let's see if we can play this.
But I'm currently banned from boxing for a year. I didn't cheat. I didn't do anything, just to be clear. But I've been doing anything to try to save my life. Perfect. I've only boxed since I was 7 years old, so they said that maybe I could be a stand-up comedian. So I was like,
this is his first time, guys. Come on, give it up.
So he forgot his jokes, and for y'all with the audio experience, now this is when he starts shadow boxing.
Yo, first of all, I got a couple things. You got the Shein fit. halfway tucked in, not tucked in. That says more coke. It's a Linen Shein fit. It means there's coke in my pocket.
Yeah.
You went
Yeah,
up there
is.
and rambled incoherently. There's coke in my system. Everything about this says I'm on the white horse right now, and I have no intention of getting off. I just got laid.
Add Kilo to the playlist. Doom da doom da doom doom. Don't you ride no white horse. Doom 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 da doom da doom 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 doom. That's Atlanta throwback for y'all. That's that Atlanta throwback for y'all.
Yo, everything about this is terrible, but nobody better boo, because them still PEDs in his system now.
He can beat you up
boxing,
without PEDs.
Oh yeah. With the PEDs, he knock your face off. He knock your brain out your ear.
Oh
and
man,
he coked up, so he won't even remember it.
Oh.
Excuse me, what? I did what to who win? That's not true.
No, that doesn't sound like me. Y'all heard that before? That doesn't sound like me. Be like, man, you smacked the bouncer. What do you mean?
And please do not dress. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this might be LA because it's the Laugh Factory. I don't know. Who knows? Might be going in between.
Well, so I mean, LA and Vegas, you can catch a flight. So we thought it was Vegas because for some reason he doesn't realize that he is the joke and not, being laughed with but laughed at. But he was invited to play poker against Jimmy Butler, Dan Bilzerian, who just recently came out as broke, and Neymar. So
you're not blending, number one. I guess you are. Dan is the guy not blending. But this goes back. Everything about this, first of all, he's drinking heavily and playing poker wide-eyed. This still looks like more coke. He's drinking and not getting drunk. Definitely coke. And Jimmy Butler is the person who knows he's sitting next to the person who's doing a ton of coke. Everything about this is annoying to Jimmy. And Jimmy is a childish person himself. Jimmy looks sick of Ryan Garcia. As sick as he is, he ain't going to say nothing to him.
Did y'all just see him dry hump the air?
Yeah, he hit him with the Generation X. And once again, bouncing around, too much energy, and a sleeveless shirt. This all says, boy, I have a mountain of cocaine in my hotel room. I'm spiraling out of control, and I'm okay with it.
He's okay with it, or you're okay with it?
Hey, man, I don't
rain on nobody.
Kink shame or whatever.
Ain't no kink.
Yeah, I don't buy. I ain't bite shaming, whatever. Hey, bro. Ain't none of my business. Whatever you want to do. Hey,
you like it, I love it.
You know,
you like it, I love it.
My mama, the queen of that. Baby, I ain't just. If you like it, I surely love it. But for me, in my household,
all right, let's get this.
Can't do it.
Y'all know we talk about baseball. We laugh. We don't really have any violence here, do we? No.
What? Did you not see
Ryan Garcia killing himself?
Ryan Garcia annoying the hell out of Jimmy Butler? That's all types of violence. He's ready to punch and cuss him out. Like, yo, if you don't get this, and Jimmy's a lot bigger than him. This little coked up dude away from me.
You want to fight a professional boxer that can't feel nothing? Coke said you can't feel my face.
You didn't hear what I said. I said if y'all don't get him, that means not me. I'm not touching him.
Garcia, remember he did that challenge? He was hitting everybody in the stomach with the pads on, and it was doubling over. Except for the predator looking dude from UFC.
Y'all get him. I am gonna mind my business.
All right, let's get to it, man. Baseball. We start off with T's and P's to the Fed. I want to say T's and P's, thoughts and prayers for Willie Mays. He passed away at the age of, I want to say he was 87. I'm sorry, 93. Math is just totally wrong. He was 93 years old. No, their math. Yeah, 93 years old. So he had a long, wonderful life. He is arguably the greatest baseball player of all time. you can argue against him and you can argue for him, and you would be right either way because there were so many good players back then.
Whatever it is, he's for surely in the conversation of greatest baseball players ever to walk this earth. Thoughts and prayers, rest in peace, job well done. Say hey kid himself, Willie Mays.
As Worthy says, the Fairfield's finest from Birmingham, Alabama.
That's a cool claim to fame. Yeah, I'm not from the home of Willie Mays.
I will say I wonder how his records were impacted, because he played in the Negro Leagues. The famous thing when he was a rookie, he took Satchel Paige 450 feet over the fence, and the next pitch, Paige hit him.
Satchel was not with that. See, Satchel couldn't be around during this time period. He'd be to slap somebody. Yeah. And Satchel was pitching the whole game. Nah, Eagles.
Bro, he was a mercenary. But back to Willie Mays, man. Willie Mays, T's and P's to his family. Although he lived a long, wonderful life, job well done, mission accomplished. You get to rest well from that weary body and head to the upper room. We appreciate you, Willie Mays.
The upper room.
So I do have the applause going. So we give him a job well done. Thank you, Willie. Appreciate it, brother. Hey, man. So from forgive me, I don't know what else to say here, but maybe it's not inappropriate. I was gonna say from the other end of the spectrum. So from we talked about Willie Mays passing. Now we're talking about Bill Greason still being alive at 99. He's the oldest living Negro League player. He grew up across the street from Martin Luther King. He took part in the Battle of Iwo Jima. And he's 53 years as minister of Bethel Baptist Church. He's still 99, and he showed up at the baseball game in Rickwood honoring the Negro League. So shout out to Bill Greason. Still looks good. Still out there giving interviews. Still talking about it.
They don't make humans like this anymore. This is 3 different lifetimes. First of all, I'm MLK homeboy from way back. He grew up, I right across the street now. Mm-hmm. Then after that, he's the oldest living Negro League player. So a whole different lifetime. Fought in a war and then was a minister. That's 4 different movies in a lifetime. Now you just get a job and you have a family, have a kid, and that's it. He do something new every 25 years.
That boy got 4 lifetimes.
Elite life.
The funny thing, y'all know I like the comments. The funny comment was, bro saw World War II and the rise of OnlyFans all in one lifetime. Hell of a life.
Freaky ass boy, you're 6'9" God.
Somebody said they need to. I would love to get him on a podcast so he could just tell his stories. Like, could you imagine if you could just get his stories?
Oh yeah. Oh, and also, I didn't put this in the show, but Reggie Jackson obliterated in the Major League Baseball earlier this week when he talked about the racism that he faced
in 1970. He was talking about in the 70s. Yeah.
That is one of the. I'll make sure I post that to the page, but it's one of those you really should take a real, we couldn't even sum it up on the pod. It's something you need to hear from his words himself. And you could just tell the media wasn't quite ready for it. And I appreciate that. When we get to those spaces in our life where we've accomplished those things and we can really tell the truth, the unabated truth, we don't have to walk around and mince words. For him to do that, I truly appreciate that, because you can tell it made a lot of people uncomfortable, but that's an uncomfortable conversation that needs to be had more and more.
You know what's interesting about that clip, if y'all go watch? So you have everybody up there except for I think one person is a person of color, but he's the only African American. You had David Ortiz. You have what's the pitcher? Played for the Red Sox. Pedro. You have those guys, and they can't really relate. So they're just, and what I appreciate about them is they sat back and was just like, all right, we're gonna let him go.
Let me clear this up. It was Jeter, Big Papi, Reggie Jackson, Alex Rodriguez, and the moderator. But it was one of the times where you knew the best thing I can do is shut up and let this man talk. And he did it in such an articulate way, but he let you know, this is I'm back here, sure. And I'm back here because this is a prolific moment. But it wasn't fun. So many times in history they try to dress it up and with rose-colored lenses and be like, oh, well, this is such a powerful time for us, and we were able to grow together as Black people. No, it was some bullshit.
He was like, how y'all feel about being back in Boston? He was like, I ain't gonna let he basically, if he was like 25, he'd have been like, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I hate everybody here.
I'm good, bro. Honestly, we could have not gone through this. I could have lived without this.
We could have video chatted this. I did not have to be
here. Yeah.
So
super good.
But again, shout out to Bill Greason out here living the right way. That's really all you can say. He's living the right way, doing the right thing, praying, saving people's souls, and breaking barriers all in one lifetime is wild crazy.
And to the wrong way.
Living the wrong way. Y'all remember we talked about one of the best intros for a reliever was Edwin Diaz. He had the trumpet, and it was hard. Like, that was tough. Well, Edwin Diaz was ejected in the 9th inning after umpires inspected his hands and glove and found some type of substance that allowed him to grip the ball, and we saw it play out. I think I'm gonna let the video play. But there's no sound, but you could see them here checking his hands, and the umpire didn't even look for 2 seconds. He just looked at his hand, was like, nah. He's like, nah, get out of there. And he didn't even throw one pitch. They just checked his hands, and he got out of there.
What's that sludge running down your arm, big dog? Look like sludge and ice machine.
It looked like
10
he
games.
was trying to put some
the
Beijing
Mets, you
on.
play all that money to be cheating and losing. And I hate that blue glove.
Man, so the Mets, it seems like the Mets can't get out of their own way. Like, they actually were playing decent baseball. Like, they were getting back. I think they got to within 2 games of 500. They had been below 500 all year. And now, sullied again. Reputation just sullied. I'm good. I'm cool with it. I'm happy to see it.
Me too. Congrats. Or thoughts and prayers.
And the Braves won and beat the Yankees in the series up in Bronx. So all of New York taking losses. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
They're not like us. Dance on y'all grave too, just like they did Drake. I don't care.
Moving on, man. Let's get to the Olympics real quick.
Your face.
Olympics real quick. Sha'Carri Richardson is going to Paris. She celebrated by running the fastest 100-meter time in the trials, 10:71, and she celebrated with her grandmother. And she was extremely excited and emotional after finally qualifying for Paris, after going everything. So shout out to Sha'Carri, man.
The New York Mets. I like that.
What's up, Sneaky? Oh, that's why you're not saying anything. You're waiting for the. Oh wow, they're right outside your door.
There's Copa soccer games here, so they're driving around, and I can't stop them from doing that.
But yeah,
they had a block party yesterday.
Shout out to Sha'Carri.
And we're happy for her at the end of the day. We just want you to be successful. Hey, bro, keep doing what you're doing.
She heard y'all. I'm going to say she heard us, but I'm sure it was just everybody. We all told her years ago when the whole thing happened, when she was going through that with her mom and her grandma and the person who raised her passed away, and the weed and all of that stuff, and not making the Olympic team, coming back, finishing 8th. The Jamaican women's track team laughing at her in the background in the interview. I ain't never gonna let them forgive that because that was classless. And she still was like, "I believe in me," and for her to come all the way back and be number one is
if you get
crazy.
all this media time and all this love, and then we come down there as a squad and run you out of there
and smoke you,
we laughing. But it ain't it's not hate, but we here to compete. I don't want to remove the competition, the competing from the competition. If I dub you playing Madden, I'ma laugh at you.
Yeah.
If I dub you playing 2K, pass the sticks, my boy. I don't hate you, but I got jokes. It's life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I agree.
At the end of the day, I don't think she wants to compete out of the competition. Like at the end of the day, if I come in 8th, you're right. You should laugh at me. But it's gonna be a new 8 next time you see me, and you better hope it ain't your ass.
And I will say the Jamaican runners did give her props after she broke all the records, and
they was classy about it.
Yeah, so it was dope. I will say that, but still, me personally, I put myself in her shoes. I put myself in other people's shoes. If somebody's laughing at me, I'd be mad. This cool. You could say you deserve it. I'm gonna be mad though. I'm gonna be mad.
Be mad enough to run faster.
And she did. She ran faster.
And that's what we like. That's fine. You ain't got to win all of them.
So shout out to Sha'Carri, man. She made it. I ran across something. You know, I like the Olympics, but I ain't too much into the Olympic trials unless it's like swimming, track. There ain't really much soccer, maybe, but you know, we already done made it. Oh, the Albies just hit a 3-run home run. I'm watching the Braves game, y'all. Warning track again. But
are these outs or are we getting on base?
2 outs. It's out. But it was 2 on, and it went all the way. He jumped up and caught at the top of the warning track. They did it to Ozuna last inning. But back to it. I ran across. I don't watch the trials for the Olympics, and for those of the audio experience, this is Snoop Dogg, who was actually I think last year or I guess it was 2 years ago, they were talking about the Winter Olympics, and they had Kevin Hart and Snoop on Peacock and NBC kind of like calling the Olympics, and it was funny. Well, they brought Snoop back, so he's actually calling the Olympics, and if you have a chance, you have time, go YouTube Snoop calling the steeplechase. That is hilarious.
Fair enough.
He doesn't know anything about it. So it's funny. Snoop has now gotten a bowl game in his name. He's now official correspondent for the Olympics. And at this point, they're treating him like Rich Eisen for NFL Network during the NFL draft. If y'all are watching, this is Snoop running a 200 meters at the Olympics.
And don't forget, he had the gin and juice sponsorship at the Pop Out.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop is another black man who's lived 15 lifetimes in one lifetime. Boy, that tree getting to him, boy.
But still running a 34-second 200 at 52 after smoking every day of every hour of every minute.
Smoke weed every day.
Like, that's pretty impressive, man. So, but if y'all have a chance, because I think they're gonna bring Kevin Hart back too. So it's gonna be Kevin Hart and Snoop, and that's another guy that's kind of been on a run, especially with the Kai Cenat and all of that stuff. I am excited to go watch all of this stuff.
Yeah, and the Olympics sometimes need a little push. This is the push that you need.
Yeah, it'll get to it. And as and everybody that's making it, somebody said, "Where's Cat Williams?"
You're too fast.
Cat
He's
Williams
actually
running
so
4.5,
fast.
4.80, y'all.
Yeah, that you might. Why y'all playing? So, y'all
And
better leave Cat. I'm gonna tell y'all now. Y'all better stop asking for Cat Williams.
Why you say that?
Because we wanted Cat Williams. We got Cat Williams, and the world has never been the same.
Yeah. Now, I will say y'all need to pay attention to we'll talk about it next week if he actually makes it. And yes, Snoop is a national treasure. If he actually makes it, there's a under 18-year-old kid. He's 16 in 10th grade. He just broke the world record for the 400 meters.
No driver's license.
And he
said, I can't even get the license because I don't have 3 weeks.
And it don't matter because I can run wherever I need to go, apparently. But we'll follow. We'll bring that up next week if because he made the final round to make it to the Olympics and he's 16. So if he makes it through the Olympic trials, I think he'll be able to be eligible for the Olympics.
Racing against a gentleman who is 32 years old. He was 32 years old. And I think his last name was Norwood. And I was like, bro, if I go up to my job and it's a 6-year-old doing my job, I'm going home.
Hey, man, I told my buddies, I was like, that ain't nothing but evolution, bro. Because we got Noah Lyles now who's breaking every record while carrying Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And this little 16-year-old is like, about to break all his records too. So it's like, man, we are seeing evolution at its finest.
Magic the Gathering.
Sneaky said that kid's he's gonna make the team, period. But with that being said,
he probably got 7 more Olympics. What you talking about?
Yep.
And the Lifetime Achievement Award for U.S. Track Olympics. He started running when he was 7 and never stopped.
Just don't. Yeah. Nope. I ain't gonna make that joke. But we will be right back with our HBCU segment, news around the culture, as well as our basketball and football news around the league. We've come to the end. Oh, go ahead.
I was ready for you to be like, wop, 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 wop.
Die fucking man. The NFL news, we come to the end. Y'all stay tuned. Remember, follow, subscribe. Follow, subscribe. Go follow Dive Team Media. Go follow Cinema Sensei. Got that on the way. Go follow the patio.
Ring the bell.
SplashCast.
Hit the heart on something. Tell somebody, fam.
It's gonna be a fun fall.
We appreciate you.
It's gonna be a fun fall. We got some HBCU band stuff we're trying to get set up. We are going to have a fun fall. We can't wait for everybody. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Right back.